Hello and welcome back. I am Madam Supro. Today I will discuss about mancing. It's an Indonesian word for fishing. Munching is a short for manual balancing. I often share the techniques of forex trading from my personal account that always seem to make profit all the time. I also share a lot that my students and members are constantly giving testimonials that they too are able to profit by following my techniques. They are traders from different backgrounds. Some are very old, about 72 years old. Some started my course without any basic knowledge or even having the money as a starting fund. Nevertheless, today they are able to make profits, which encourages them and gives them hope for the future. It makes them think that they have something they can count for. Some people also equate my techniques with correlation techniques. This happened because when I show my techniques, I also show the currencies that I used. And from the currencies, many assume I was using the correlation techniques. This techniques is being taught a lot outside Madam Supro company, known as correlation pair techniques. So now I will explain the difference between munching and the correlation pair techniques starting from the basics. When we talk about correlation, I think all currencies correlate to each other because all the countries in the world affect each other. If a country has a downturn economy, other countries would be affected. As simple as that. But specifically, what is the similarity between munching technique and pair correlation technique? I cannot say the similarity because, allow me to emphasize, they are not the same at all. These differences will be explained, so do not think that this technique is similar to pair correlation techniques. Many sell the signals or pair correlation. Many also have their own community. Some people also told me that in their community, they never show the profit. Once they join, they see so many prices of currencies, so many pairs and techniques. In other words, once they joined, they got confused. They see so many different techniques but nobody explained to them. They can only join their community without face-to-face meeting, without daily guidance from a mentor, with little to no guidance on how to trade from that community. When they try to trade, their trading keeps floating. All those conditions affected their psychological condition of trading, which leads them to stop loss. Luckily, those situations never happened in the munching community in Madam Supro. It's because our service system is completely different from the others. We see our members as pupils who need a lot of guidance. We teach them until they understand completely and can make their own profits. That's our standard of service. Meanwhile, for pair correlation, there are a lot of different kinds of pair correlation. These differences are the strategy in pair correlation. In other words, each institution or organization have different kind of pair correlation techniques. You can Google this and you will see many different kinds of result, many different kinds of strategy. Each of them will be different. They will also have different ways to trade. These ways are called strategies. So when we hear the word pair correlation, we have to understand that it's one of the techniques in trading forex. It's one of the techniques in forex trading. It's the same when we heard the technique called one shot. It's the same when we heard the technique called averaging. It's also the same when we heard the technique called martingale. This correlation technique is also one of the way to trade. But we need to know how to make a profit. We need to know how to make this forex trading as our main source of income. We need to know how to make trading as a living. Therefore, we need a good strategy for trading. We need a profitable strategy on how to trade. This strategy is far more important than the technique itself. We can use various techniques as long as we have a good strategy and it's proven by the result, then we can use this strategy for ourselves. Be it the martingale technique or the one-shot technique, they are all the same if we have a good strategy. In forex trading, any kind of techniques, even the pair correlation, will be useless if you don't have a good strategy. All kinds of techniques are the same. They are not special by themselves. When done wrong, whatever techniques we can use can cause MC or margin call or a big loss. So the strategy or the system in the trading consists of techniques, but the technique itself cannot be called a strategy. So we can have different kinds of techniques. We can, for example, pick the technique of multi-pair, where we have many pairs of currencies. We can also choose one-shot technique, where we set a take profit setting or stop loss setting. Then we make the trade, but if anything happens, we will get the stop loss. We can also use the probability technique or the scalping technique. There are a lot of techniques that we can use. There is also a technique called martingale, or averaging but using folding lots. So don't be stuck with the term pair correlation when you meet munching or fishing strategy, because once you are stuck, you can be easily fooled. Why? Because outside there are a lot of people who sell the pair correlation techniques with cheaper prices compared to munching strategy. You might think that the price given by Madam Supro will be a bit pricey compared to those outside, so you might end up joining another community. It would be unfortunate for the one who cannot learn munching strategy, because this strategy is 100% original from SUPERMEGA Profit Company, or Supro in short. So you will not see this strategy in any other company or community. Maybe it's common for people to think that our strategy is the same as pair correlation, because they both use a pair of currencies. However, the exact strategy in munching, even the choices of currencies, is completely different. Maybe there are techniques that are the same by chance. So to emphasize the differences, the technique that I use in munching strategy is multi-pair, where I use a pair of currencies or more to be traded. The strategy that I'm using, I named it the balancing pair. So that's the technique and strategy that we are using called munching, manual balancing. As you can see, this strategy is completely different than those from outside. Not all techniques who uses more than one pair of currencies or using two pairs can be called pair correlation, which you commonly see outside. For example, basket trading. Basket trading is when you use more than one pair of currencies, even a lot of pair of currencies. To go deeper, what are the strategies that are being taught in munching strategy? The first is the basic logic of choosing a pair of currencies. Why we pick this pair with that pair, why are those pairs being in the same group, how they work, and more. That is the basic logic. Then we will have an indicator to make sure that our base logic is correct. We can get the indicator from the history of those pairs. After we are certain we have the correct base logic from those indicators, then we have the confidence to trade and make a position. This is the most important part of our teaching, so we are able to know what kind of currencies that we have to buy or sell. Next, only here in Madam Supro can you have your own indicator. We will give the indicators to you for you to own it. After that, we teach you how to analyze and use the indicators for you. We always explain the use of these indicators. We will teach everything to you so that you are certain when you open a position, because you will know that this position will create a profit for you. This confidence will create a peace of mind, which is good in trading psychology. You won't hesitate because you know that your position is the correct one to make profit. In other words, we make sure that before you open a position, you know that it is the correct position for you to trade. Not only teaching you the base logic and how to open a position, we also teach you when to choose the position. As for the beginners, we can also teach you how to manage your money, how to manage your funds the right way, because this can be a problem for those who are not used to counting money as starting funds, especially when you do not know much information about brokers. Each broker has their own set of rules, which can give you advantages or disadvantages. So we will give you the complete knowledge on trading and the strategy as well. We can teach you the basics of trading as well, especially on choosing the right lot to trade. Because when you pick the wrong size of lot, you can lose your money. To prevent these advantages from happening, we also complete you with the calculator that we made. This calculator is also one of the most important keys in our teaching, because we made it specifically so we can use it in munching strategy. This calculator also makes your trading easier, because whatever broker you choose, you can use this calculator to decide how much you can trade. You only need to input your starting funds, your size of contracts from the broker you choose, and the range of trading which you can see from the indicators. Those inputs will help you decide your lot size when you open a position. You will also find how much the averaging technique you will do, so it is completely different from pair correlation. It is common to see failure in pair correlation techniques from outside. A lot of people feel that they always float their trading and never make profits. That's why a lot of people came to SUPERMEGA Profit or SUPRO to seek better new ways. Because outside SUPRO, they often make a cut loss so that they won't lose their funds further. In SUPRO, you will also be taught more than just munching strategy. We will teach you on how to manage your accounts, especially when you have multiple accounts. We call this farming accounts, which can help you optimizing your trading results. As you can see, we care about our members a lot. We don't want you to learn only how to trade, but also teach you how to be richer than you are right now and to be more independent. We will teach you how to efficiently count, manage, and make profits. You are also able to explore many ways to trade from my personal account so that you can see how I do my trading and how I make a lot of profits by thousands %. You can see it live how I can make my own profits and teach you how to multiply your money. Some people are confused how I trade with starting funds $1,000 or $100 with the same size of lot. People think that I use no strategy or inconsequential. But if I use no strategy, then how can I make profit consistently? If I inconsequentially trade my own money and then made profit from it, it's called a jackpot, not a real trading. But then again, how can I open a lot of position and still gain profit consistently for years with this exact strategy? Then you can see for sure that it's not inconsequential, but using a specific strategy instead. This specific strategy is what we are teaching you, that you rarely find in any other companies. We even created a supporting community so that you will encourage each other. Not only that, we also teach you one of the most important parts, which is the psychology of trading. In psychology of trading, not only we teach you how to manage your money properly without being too emotional, but more than that. So we use different kinds of psychology according to the techniques and strategy that we are using. In other words, different kinds of techniques and strategies have different kinds of psychological conditions. To make it short, pair correlation and munching strategy are completely different. You cannot find any similarity from them. You also have to remember that there is a price for a quality. The better the quality, the higher the price. However, I am also here to give you some good news that you can immediately start munching strategy using a payment that is similar to installments. We have a new product called C Package. The letter C stands for compass, with the price of only $1,000 to be one of your sources of income. You will get everything as I said before except the indicators. You can get the indicators if you upgrade your package within 3 months. To make your trading easier, you will get the calculator as well. You will get our signals, which we will send every hour for 12 hours, and you will be in our community. You will have 3 months to pay the installments and to increase your package into B package or A package. A package being a private one and we will teach you privately, and B package will be in a group. But what if you don't want to upgrade your package? For example, you are not confident enough with the C package, or that you don't have the budget to upgrade it. Then you can stay on the C package. Our C package is the cheapest package that we have in our product list. Let me show you the calculation that make us consider that this is a cheap price. You will pay $1,000 for this C package, and you can use this package until 3 years. It's like paying about $300 every year for 3 years. And if we break it down into monthly payment, you only need to pay about $28 a month for 3 years. So it's way much cheaper than when you buy groceries, when you pay your debts, when you pay your mortgage, etc. It might even be cheaper than the total of coffee or cigarettes that you buy in a month. What's better than paying your coffee or debts is that you have another source of income that you can use for 3 years. You can even learn how to create bigger income so you can pay your debts and mortgages easily from a compass package. You might have the experience of joining another community that also sends you signals and indicators to trade on Forex with a more expensive price. The price may vary, the signals and indicators could also vary, but the question is, can you make profit out of those signals? Do they give you the proof that they also can make profit from the same signals that they send you? When you join the SUPRO community, you can see testimonials from other members on how much profit they can make. They keep making profits and they keep encouraging each other to learn. What matters more is not how much profit you can make, but how consistent and how safe the trading is. Now you already find out the difference between pair correlation and munching strategy. I hope what I shared today is really useful to all of you. See you next time. May you always have great health, healthy techniques of trading, and profit extraordinarily.